What is up, Cardbreaker Nation? This is our final episode before Christmas. So happy holidays to everybody, regardless of what you celebrate. How's everyone doing tonight?
Killer, brother. We got an action-packed night in the nation, man. I already ripped a nice little MLB break. We got our select sealed blaster case coming up after this one. And then we got some Bowman draft and going Brady hunting after that. So if you're not in the group, stuff scrolling down at the bottom, nation. Jump on in and come grab
Danny,
yourself
my
some
boy, what's
spots.
up, big dog? How we doing, Danny boy? Not
What's
you,
going
Danny,
on?
Danny in the chat, but you too. You too. We can do both.
What's going on, everybody? Obviously, I'm wearing black because I'm still in mourning after that beatdown. So, but I always got my Cowboys gear on. Come on
Yeah,
now.
Danny's got some toilet
Always-
paper on his head. Yeah, let's get
Al-
that. Let's get that going early. I love that.
Always repping.
Yeah, let's go.
10-5
That's
this
funny.
week, baby. Let's go. 10-5, 10-5. Let's go.
We got the passing pies on. Tommy DeVito just trademarked passing pies on, and Tommy Collins is what he's trying to trademark. So yeah, that's all of our quarterbacks or something right now. We got Joe Cool, you got passing pies on, and we got Dakota Rain Prescott.
Dakota Rain.
Dakota
I
Rain.
think that was the problem last week, is it was too loud, so they were doing a silent count. So he wasn't doing that.
If we're gonna get technical about it, there was 12 people on our team with the stomach flu, and the same thing with the Eagles. And I don't usually, give my inputs on the Eagles, but they were playing with a lot of people with the stomach flu as for us. So, I'm not making any excuses or nothing that, but just the facts.
It's really got bitch here. I'm making excuses.
Man.
Oh man, all right. Yeah, so like Tom said, we got an action-packed show, so we're just gonna get right into it. We got some crazy topics today, but we're gonna start off on a lighter topic for the first one. We have the first look at Spectra for 2023. Spectra is usually one of my favorite sets of the year, Spectra and Obsidian. They're both pretty cool. So as you see up here, we got the CJ Stroud. Pretty sick looking card. Yeah, the Spectra is usually what? They're the 130 points, right? They're a lot thicker than your normal cards. So
Yeah, almost the entire set's at least 100 point. Your patches are 130s, 140s, but yeah, such a pretty product, bro.
yeah, we have other
February
pictures as well.
release. February release.
February 3rd or 4th, if I
Yeah,
think.
sounds about right.
Awesome mixing up Prism. Then we got this ultraviolet. I think the ultraviolet's one of the cases, if I'm not mistaken. Or this one, like ultraviolet. Ultraviolet looks dope. This
Yeah,
dude came
case
back
it,
out,
man.
looks
It's
insane.
sexy cards, man.
Straight sexy.
I love Spectre because you get that before you get National Treasures, before you get your Flawless and Pro Uni. It's like the poor man's National Treasures, right? Like it doesn't carry the same weight and value as your National Treasures Flawless.
Yeah, you got the black Bijan right here, which is fire.
Oh, straight fire, man. But again, from a design perspective, they push all their chips in on Spectre, man. They're always really, really, really beautiful cards. Quality's usually pretty decent on them. You don't get as much on the beat up side because of the thickness. So you don't get as many cards that are off center and stuff like that. It's more like maybe the edges are jacked up from the pressing process, but for the most part, man, Spectra hands down is like my first like non-base core set type product that carries some value and carries some desire, like
Always
heavily,
some sick
heavily.
RPEs and Spectre and Spectre 2, as you see here with the Anthony Richardson. Nice little two-tone patch.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. I'm looking forward to that, man. It'd be cool because everybody's gonna go psycho on Prism. It's a couple weeks away now at this point. As soon as we roll out of Prism, it's like you'll still probably be doing Prism mixers, and then Spectra's here, man. You throw 2 Prism boxes in and maybe a half a case of Spectra or something like that. You're gonna have yourself a pretty sexy break as far as what you're gonna be able to pull as hits. Spectra's pretty heavy on getting you good players. They try not to do so heavy on like your little to no name guys. Like you'll pull, your top 25 rookies and stuff pretty consistently in stuff like Spectra, man. So I'm super excited. I know you are too, man. It's one of your favorite sets, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danish, I think Danish over there gonna be sorting some Spectra from one of our hit parades, man. We had some like nice Brees Hall stuff like that.
Doing Bowman right now. Oh no, top. I'm getting to that break soon.
Hunter, you're good, bro. We weren't even ripping until after this, anyways, man. Don't stress, bro. No worries.
Yeah,
at all, man.
this is the podcast, man. Yeah, we ain't tripping on that yet. Give us an hour. Tom might be tripping, but right now,
Not for you, Hunter, man.
We're
You're
good.
good people, bro.
right
You're
now
fine.
we're good,
You're
bro.
fine.
Just messing. Yeah, just messing.
Oh man. But yeah,
All right,
no,
yeah. So
let's go, man.
yeah, so
Spectra.
going into Spectra, yeah, going into topic 2. This is a pretty cool one. This is about 2023 Bowman's best. Photos that have been taken by Randy Johnson, who we all know as one of the greatest pitcher of all time,
Big
and
unit.
a lover of birds too. He's going to be used for an insert set of 2023 Bowman's best. The unsigned inserts will be in one of every 6 packs, while the autos are going to be out of every 1 in 197 packs. Actually, all the way back in 1996, Score created cards actually with photos taken by him while he was still playing. The cards in the set are going to feature a design from 92 Bowman baseball. And also with Randy Johnson, you're going to occasionally see him pop out at like these events. Like I've seen him like at NFL games, even some MLB games, courtside at NBA games. His big passion is photography. So I like to see them in the cards. It's pretty cool. Randy Johnson's dope, man. So yeah, I actually was looking into this, and he does this under the Randy Johnson Photography Company. And I looked at his website. He actually studied photojournalism at the University of SoCal from 83 to 85. Following his 2010 retirement, he just went back into full gear, just taking all these pictures and stuff, and with all the connections that he made just playing baseball.
Yeah, bro, it's dope, man. Like I said, it's been a crazy year for players trying to give back into this hobby, right? Like you have the Brady's this year, you know, I mean, that's not really him giving him back. That's Fanatics using their muscle, but you've got this one, you've got the players that are doing their own custom 1-of-1s or custom whatchamacallit, inscriptions. Like I know we were looking at one the other day. It was Judge.
Oh, I forgot to put
Judge
that in the
Jeter.
show. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, there's
that
a
was
Judge
sick
Jeter
one.
card where Judge signed first and he said, "Hey, Cat." So
Yeah. Oh my god,
know.
I forgot to put. Oh my god, I totally spaced that one. Yeah,
we'll
that
throw
was
that
sick.
in
That
next
was
week's
dope.
show. We'll throw that in next week's show.
That's old news. We'll talk about it now, and then that's it.
Yeah, man. But it's cool, man. Like you can see that these guys are really, you know, trying to get behind this hobby we all know and love, man. And it's cool. And the fact that, you know, I'm sure he got commissioned for this, you know, but this Drew Jones, like we got up on the screen, that's like a dope, you know, it's a cool. Yeah, I'd rather see him in uni, but still, like the design and all that, it's mad dope, man. The guy's he's got a knack for it. Still using an
No,
old
100%.
35mm camera, you know, because he studied in 82 to 85, but I'm just kidding.
Now, Randy definitely got all the good equipment right there. I'll say that. All right, so if we're going to topic 3, this honestly, in my opinion, might be the biggest card scandal in history. This shit's nuts. Shout out to Mario Alejandro, otherwise known as Baseball Card Blog on Twitter for this information. Baseball is spelled Beisbol, Baseball Card Blog on Twitter. So, like I said, this might be one of the biggest scandals ever. A person by the name of DFW Card Shark on eBay was selling 2023 Bowman Draft 1-of-1s and Panini 1-of-1s. There's a video in the tweet as well, credit to Card Purchaser on Twitter. So I'm going to be reading the first tweet right now. Last night it was discovered, and this was from Baseball's words, Mario's words. Last night it was discovered that one eBay user owns and was selling 12% of all Topps 2023 Bowman Draft Superfractors. After a tweet analyzing the username DFW Card Shark, the listings all vanished. Considering we have seen both backdoored and double 1-of-1 superfractors in 2023 Topps products, this is something that Fanatics must address immediately. Topps is on the verge of losing the trust of collectors. It is bad enough that 95% of collectors were priced out of the 2023 Bowman Draft. Now the hobby has to worry about fake and backdoor cards with each and every prominent release. Buying a raw Superfractor in 2023 is dangerous, which I totally agree with him. If you are, I totally agree with him. You got to buy it from a reputable source or have it graded or something. So, here is the second tweet as well, and like these are all of his words, not mine. A break in the DFW card shark case. The biggest scandal in the hobby has been seemingly impossible amount of 2023 Bowman Draft 101 Superfractors that were being sold on eBay. Shockingly, this is not a Topps problem, as the seller also had an alarming number of Panini 101 cards for sale and items that have already been sold at the time the story broke. And he said he was contacted by an anonymous collector and breaker who has had contact with DFW Card Shark, and apparently DFW tried to sell him 191 Panini 1 of 1 Hollow Heroes all at once in bulk. And for the final tweet, which is the official statement from Fanatics regarding this whole entire situation and this guy, this is also from him as well. Less than 5 minutes after I tweeted out that I had a source with direct connection to DFW, the Fanatics CEO of Collectibles, Mike Mahan, called me directly to discuss the pending investigation. He and his staff have been working throughout the weekend and continue to make this unfortunate event their top priority. Mike informed me that the Topps cards on DFW's eBay account were stolen. These cards are not fakes or customs, but are incomplete superfractors that did not pass quality inspections due to lamination issues and were set aside to be destroyed before being smuggled out of the facility. There is a very limited amount of these cards, and collectors will not have to worry as none of these damaged/stolen cards made it into packs. They are also easily identifiable. Oh my gosh. They're easily identifiable as the serial number was stamped on the back of the card instead of the front. Furthermore, all grading companies have already been alerted by Fanatics, and they agreed to not grade any of these stolen incomplete superfractors. Mike has promised me that every single collector who has purchased a stolen Topps card from DFW will be reimbursed by Fanatics, and that the company will take stringent efforts to keep this from happening ever again. As one of Fanatics' toughest critics, I commend them for stepping up in this time to address the issue with us collectors. So far, no comment from Panini America, even as it appears that they are dealing with stolen trading cards from DWF. Not really surprised Panini doesn't comment on this. Panini really doesn't comment on any controversies at all. It seems like they kind of just let shit roll. But yeah, good on Fanatics for, it seems like, trying to nip it in the bud as much as they can. But this is the second time already with something with baseball. They already fucked up. Pretty bad.
Prominent Bowman releases this year, bro. And I find it a little.
This I get a little bit more, but it's just like, it's crazy, bro. They're fucking up.
Yeah, I find it slightly hard to believe that if Panini has 191 1 of 1s as well being tried to be sold in bulk, that this is, I'm not sure. I don't believe Fanatics and Panini use the same printer. I think they both use two different companies, but the fact that you've been given 2 chances as our soon-to-be head honcho, lead, big guy in the hobby, and you've had 2 massive scandals involving what are probably the most sought-after cards of your sets every year, that's alarming. Like, we had the double 101 Superfractors buyback program, and then after we broke that news, a couple of weeks later, we find out there's possibly thirds. Who knows if there's a fourth that just hasn't hit the market yet. Then you have this guy who's selling them on eBay. Oh, they're damaged. Oh, okay. They should be literally, if it's a damage, it's not selling, and it's something like that, it should be shredded immediately. There's no one in this, well, we're going to put it to the side and we'll figure out what we're going to do with it later. Like, come on, man. Like, Fanatics, bro. You are going to be the number one head honcho of this entire market. You are literally taking everybody else except for Upper Deck and everybody else completely and utterly out of the game by what you're doing for 2026. And you're going to allow stuff like this to happen on the first of your potential 3 licenses? Like, come on, man. And I find it hard to believe that this is, I was going to lean more towards that these were fakes, right? Because he's like, oh, I got 191 from Panini. But with Fanatics jumping back out and saying, yeah, we identified them as damaged cards that we were gonna. Okay, so what is really going on here, right? Like, there's some backdoor stuff, man, and it's starting to really scare me. They've been doing so bad with the way that they've been trying to start their stuff already that I'm getting more and more concerned every day that they're going to be able to handle the volume and the sheer number of cards and the sheer numbers of sets that they're going to have to put out. Like, you're printing, Topps prints about what, 12, 15, 18 sets a year. Panini's somewhere around 80 to 100 different sets a year. And you can't handle the volume on 18 sets. How can I expect you to handle the volume on 100? Now you're the guy. You have everything. You have every license. You're going to have to keep up with this, or you're going to ruin the hobby. And it's painful to keep watching this stuff. And literally, your two biggest releases of the year. Topps Chrome's great, but Bowman and Bowman Draft are your two most sought afters because of your firsts. And if you're telling me that my Superfractor 1/1 Bowman first of Anthony Volpe is potentially a duplicate, or there could be 50 of them out there that are officially produced and made by Fanatics, but were accidentally pulled out of the back door and thrown up on eBay, you're gonna flip the market upside down, bro, because people are just gonna lose faith in the value, because it's like, okay, it is a 1/1, but is it really? And then you're gonna hurt these guys that are literally staking their reputation on these massive, massive cards, man. And it's something they have got to figure this out, or you need to just give up, sell Topps back to themselves for, a couple of bucks, and just let Panini do their thing. Panini, at least you never had controversies like this with Panini, right? Panini was just quality control and constantly pushing back their releases and not really caring about you being prepared. And like Prism, most recently, we should have had Prism yesterday. But no, we're not getting it till the 4th. They pushed it back 2 weeks, a week and a half before you're supposed to release it. The thing that I probably, as a breaker and as a card collector myself, hate about Panini is the fact that you're not releasing your box price until 3 or 4 hours before the product releases, right? So now you're sitting here and you've got all of us that want to make sure we've got boxes on release day. We're trying to feel out a market that we have no idea where the box price is going to land. And you've got these major retailers and vendors that are charging $300 for a box on a pre-sale, and then it comes out at $210. So now you're upside down, and you're trying to do what we do, and you're trying to bring the boxes to people at a great price, and you can't, because you're now $1,000 plus on a case upside down because you just wanted to make sure that your people had it on release day. You know what I'm saying? And it's such a crazy game. And stop the games, man. There wasn't games in the 90s when they printed it all, and they printed it like crazy, but there's been so many games over the last couple of years, man. It hurts. I don't like to see it, man. You can feel it hurting the hobby, bro, already. And this is only just beginning.
Totally agree.
We still got 2 more years. What about you, Danis? What do you think about this crazy Superfractor, happening? 12% was being sold by one guy on eBay. And Fanatics said, oh, yeah, they were supposed to be damaged and been destroyed.
Wow.
So they're not even fake. They're real.
I don't even know what to say to that. It kills everything. It's Superfractors are literally that. Super factors. Having multiple copies of that.
It takes the super. They're just fractors now.
It ain't super.
Oh, man.
Just a couple of comments before we go into the next topic. My brother said, y'all see that fake 1B? Don't know if you guys talked about it. If it broke today, I honestly did not see it. I was out the most of the day. I did not see anything about the fake 1B. And Danny said, hi, Danish, with some hard eyes. Ooh la la.
Sally boy.
Ooh la la. All right. Into our next topic. Dude Perfect has partnered with Fanatics Live for card breaks. This will feature auctions with various items the crew wore and record-breaking trick shots. On their pre-show stream, they auctioned off a tour of their headquarters for $3,500. The first show was yesterday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. You want to know what I think about this, Tom?
We've talked about it, but let them hear it, bro.
This is a straight fuck you to the breakers that actually work for this shit and try to get onto their platform. What does Dude Perfect know about breaking cards? When have they done that? If they have done it in the past and I don't know about it, my apologies. But as of now, what the hell do they know? We have personally been trying to get on Fanatics Live since before even the app was open. And you're letting these people that just because they have a quote unquote big following, not even the sports car market, just in general, you're just gonna let them go on there as opposed to us and just other people. Like, I'm not gonna talk about us, just other breakers that I know in general that definitely do deserve it. Like, for example, like Bob and Kayla over at Card Hunters. How the hell are they not on Fanatics Live? Don't they have like over 10,000 on Whatnot or something like that? How are they not on? Wait, they're at what now?
22,000, bro.
Yeah, they're at 22,000. Yeah, they're at 22,000 on Whatnot. How the hell are they not on Fanatics Live? It's just, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, bro. Like I've always said, Fanatics is really, really good at marketing. They know what to do when it comes to marketing stuff, but I don't see this ending well, or I don't see this lasting very long, right? I think they're saying, okay, well, these guys post a video once a week and it gets 5 million views every time. We'll have them hop on our app. We'll throw the Fanatics Live logo in the bottom of their show, sponsor a show or two of theirs, and whenever they freaking crash out as a freaking breakers, at least they got the million people or whatever, 100,000 people that join Fanatics Live over it. So I get it. But man, I would be very, very, very concerned with buying from them unless it was like, hey, Fanatics, here's exactly how you're going to do this, and give them literally a play-by-play booklet. And, you know, they sell merchandise. So, you know, I'm sure they understand how to ship stuff, but do you know how to handle cards? Do you know how to properly take care of these cards? Do you know how to grade cards for your people if they need it done? Do you know any of the back end stuff? Do you really know these players like we take the time to sit here and research? Do you know these sets like you need to know? Like, oh, hey, this is a silver. Nah, bro, that's a regular base card, bro.
It's just like,
yeah, it's I get what Fanatics.
It's disheartening,
doing, bro.
It's disheartening.
Yeah, but when you're sitting here, you know, we've got between Whatnot, Facebook, Instagram, we probably got 15, 20,000 followers altogether between all of our platforms. And again, I can't get on there. You know, we were, as soon as Fanatics Live launched, not even launched, but as soon as they started talking about it and they started asking for breakers, I was one of the first probably 5,000 people to say, yeah, I'm in, here's all my information. And that is literally the first things that they ask you on your app. How many followers do you have? How many platforms are you on? What experience do you have? What are you bringing to the table? Fanatics, bro, you own Topps. You should be bringing us to your app and then helping bring us the product so that we can bring it to your clients at a great price and still make a little bit of money on the top, right? As you guys have seen with our pricing on Card Breakers, I'm not here to beat people up. I'm not here to quit my day job so that I can break cards all day long, which I'd love to, but I'm not going to do that to y'all people, man. I'm here to just let you guys have fun and collect and get the cards you want and build your collections, build your PCs. So yeah, again, Fanatics, I get your angle, but bro, there's way better angles you could be hanging on this, bro. There's so many big breakers or better breakers or people that just genuinely love this hobby that would much rather much rather be on there and are going to provide you with a top-notch experience and top-notch quality and product when you get your stuff in the mail, bro. So, yeah, bro. I
got a couple of good comments in right now regarding this. Daniel said, you guys were the first group I joined that got me back into this. We appreciate that, brother. And then Sal said, it's about money, not the hobby or the people that love the hobby. Yeah, I agree. This is a money move. This is not about the hobby. And when I was reading about this on Twitter, people were pissed. People were really mad about this, which I get. And Dan said, so informative and out for the hobby, not the dollar. Yeah, it's just, it's a shame. And speaking of, this is going to be our main topic for the night. Speaking of the main topic, I've actually talked about this with a couple of other people, and I've looked into it to myself. There's like some people that think that card show vloggers are ruining the hobby. You know, like these people that go and they vlog their whole entire day and like, oh, I got this for this deal. Or they're making like, you know, some clickbaity, whatever you want to call it. Me personally, I don't think they're ruining the hobby. I know some people get pissed off, like, oh, I have a $5 card. You watch me in this video turn it to $1,000 card because of trades or whatever. And I know I've like talked to some people that are like, a lot of the people at the shows are people that are just like looking to trade up for like these videos. So it probably affects the vendors a little bit. But as a whole, in my personal opinion, I don't think that it ruins the hobby. If anything, it's getting more eyes to it and it's showing that it's such a nice, cool, tight knit community, in my personal opinion.
No, I can get behind that too. I mean, it really depends on kind of what angle the vlogger is going. If he's like going like, hey, if you're aggressive enough to, beat these guys up to get the prices down, you can get some good deals. But no, if it's like, hey, who does a great one?
I've seen Pac-Man.
Card Collectors too,
Yeah.
him. Those guys, the Sports Card Investor, those guys do really great, things. Even Ian from IF Sports Card, man, shout out, bro. Love the shout out for you on the show a couple weeks ago. But exactly, bro. Like that guy's got close to 50,000 followers on YouTube. Like that guy goes to a card show, it's gonna get notoriety. People are gonna go, oh, okay, cool. He went to the Dallas Card Show. I'm gonna go to the Dallas Card Show next time I go. So I think it's bringing more eyes onto the hobby because you have these guys that are kind of still on the outside and they're trying to figure out, like, well, it was different in the 80s and 90s. If they're little older guys like me, I'm in my early 40s. I was collecting in the 90s, bro. Like you went to every corner store and it was on every corner store's rack, and you could get it for $2, $3 a pack, and people were getting. You were getting whatever you wanted, wherever you wanted it, and however much you wanted it. It was never any issue because it was just so much of it printed. It really didn't have any value. You were just to collect and to collect, right? And as this whole market has kind of changed and become more of a, I'm collecting memorabilia, I'm collecting autographs, I'm collecting low numbered stuff. It's become more like collecting artwork, right? And with that kind of stuff, it prices a lot of people out of it. So the people that are wanting to get in, and they're not really understanding what they're doing, they're going to walk into their local hobby shop and go, you want $1,000 for a Prism box? What are you doing? I collected that was a $50 box back in the day. What am I missing here? And you'll turn off 75% of the people looking to get back into the hobby just by the box prices right now. So these vloggers are like, well, if you can't afford the boxes, maybe you can afford the singles, right? So here's what I do, and if you make it like an enjoyable experience, like Ian's top 10 of the week, bro, people just submit to him and say, listen, this is what we pull, bro. You got a great platform. Let them see it. So I don't think they're naturally ruining the hobby. There's probably a good handful out there that are probably doing some damage. Like they're sitting there and making it a little harder for you as a guy at the show that's trying to get as close to 100% comps. And these guys are never pay over 70%, never pay over 80%. You know what I'm saying?
That's like, yeah, I've seen a lot of people like bitch and complaining that they can't get 80% comps or whatever on their product, and it's a lot of people that they're doing repacks. They're like we do the repacks, but when we do the repacks, like Tom has said before, we work with Hit Parade exclusively. We talk to them. The only thing we know are the case hits. We trust them to do it because as to them doing it, as opposed to us, we can pull off a lot of shady, grimy shit, which we're just not trying to do.
Right. That's exactly what it is, bro. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
what
no,
do you
I've
think,
seen a
Danis? Do you think
couple
vloggers
of
are ruining the hobby going to shows?
Yeah, 100%.
You think so?
Wait, you think it's ruining the hobby? You're not even listening, bro. This dude's still locked in packing cards.
I'm sorry, y'all.
He's overpacking. He's packing it.
I'm multitasking here, yo.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
He's shipping.
No.
I was about to say, Danny's not agreeing with Tom. Holy crap. This is about to be a revelation. This is about to be a Beyond the Breaks podcast first.
I was about to get up and go run back there. Like, what's up?
Yo, you should have, I was about to say, you should have slapped the dog shit out of him. You should have hit with a nice little backhand right there.
I'm sorry, yo.
Yeah, Daniel Lucky said vloggers are baiting people into the hobby. Yeah, I don't know if baiting's the word to use, but they're definitely bringing people into the hobby.
Introducing. For good and bad. I can get behind that, Dan. Agreed. Like I said, there's definitely a few out there that are like, this is how you go to a card show and never pay more than 50% comps. This is how you go and you screw the guy. You take a fake one and drop it while you grab him and show it. Like, I'm sure there's people out there doing some really weird stuff like that. And people, it's a crazy world we live in these days, right? You know, I work in finance, bro. I deal with freaking fraud on a daily basis. And I'm sure that there's people out there that have followings and teaching how to people to fraud people and, horribly, but, find a guy that's reputable. Find a guy that is in and for the hobby, man. Your sports card investors in it for the hobby. Card collectors too out of Ohio. Another guy in it for the hobby, bro. Like these guys are great ones if you're going to watch vlogs because they're realistic, bro. You see these guys make deals and it's, yeah, maybe 90% of comps, 85% of comps, or trading a player
And
that
they
might be.
usually, yeah, and people like that vlog, when they usually show when they're making a deal, they'll show them going back and forth and this, that, and the third and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, listen, the recent comp was 125. I'll give you this $75 card in $30, right? And it's like, okay, well, the card might have a little upside. It makes sense, right? Like the trades make sense, the deals make sense. Those are the guys you got to look for. Don't look for the guy that's like, all right, man, recent comp was 250. I beat this guy up. I gave him a $50 card that I told him was perfect, but it's damaged, and and $50, and I'm gonna be the one making the money on the flip side, right? Like, nah, find a
Yeah.
good dude. Find somebody that's got a following already, or somebody that you might even know locally that you trust. Like, we've got a couple of really big vloggers as far as cards around us, man.
Yeah, like I
and
said, Pac-Man's from New Jersey. When I started watching, like when I got back into cards and started working with you guys and all that stuff, I wanted to brush up on my knowledge. And that guy, Pac-Man, he definitely knows what he's talking about. He goes to all the big shows, and he just seems like he's like a cool, chill, like laid back guy. And he's telling you how it is.
Mhm. No, 100%, man. Yeah, I like it for the hobby as a whole, but again, man, we're not stupid people. We can figure out who's being real and who's being shady, and don't deal with the shady stuff, man. Yeah, you might get a better deal because you went shady, but you really feel good about yourself at the end of the day that you burnt some guy so that you can make a
Agreed.
couple of bucks. Like, nah, man, it's not how you live your life. But
Yeah,
it
we
does
got a
seem like
couple of
since COVID, man,
comments.
a lot
Yeah.
of people are living that way,
Yeah.
bro. It's like, who can I fraud or who can I beat up to
Oh,
get
a lot of
what I
people
want?
after COVID, if we're gonna be honest here, they just don't even know how to goddamn act. It's crazy. From me going to sporting events pre-COVID to post-COVID, and Danny
No,
could
yeah.
even attest to this one. People don't know how to act. COVID just got this thing out of them, and people are just wilding the hell out for no goddamn reason. It's just absolutely stupid. So, for our comments, Southside, I appreciate Danish always putting foot to ass on packing and shipping. Facts.
Always.
Lucky Daniel's
Thank
lucky
you.
said.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Lucky said our local shop. I can't talk. Holy crap! Our local shop has been really good for us. We'll buy close to comp prices, but still has to make a buck, and we'll throw in a gang load of top loaders and whatnot. Break deals on cases. I'm curious what we got. Oh, that's cool. That's dope. And so local car shows are charging a grip to get into the door, and not really a good vibe at the shows. Yeah, you know what? While we're on that, free old car show. Stop charging $15 to get into your mid-ass show. Just $15 to come on. Like
First show was
like
$25 for the entire 4 days a weekend, and
like
now
it's
it's freaking
15 a
$15 to get.
day.
Yeah,
Like it's like don't get me wrong, it's a cool show, but $15 a day to get into the show, absolutely ridiculous.
Do you know how
$5
much it is
max.
for a table?
Now we've looked into it. That's why we haven't done the free
It's
old
like
car show.
$700 for a table.
Yep.
You're in a 15,000 square foot entertainment space with about 60 tables tops. Like you're spread out so
$25
far.
a day. Daniel's saying it's $25 a day for him at his. Holy Jesus!
Which card show is that, Dan? Jeez.
How much did it
Wow.
cost for you to get to the national?
National was like 70 a day, bro. But that is
That's
worth
national.
every penny. That's worth every penny, though. Like you're in there,
Yeah,
you buy a weekend pass, right? And you're spending probably 150, $200 if you want to get like early entry on Friday. But bro, you could spend 3 full days, especially the one in Cleveland coming up as well, too. Like that's the IX Center, bro. That is over 100,000 square feet indoor space. But they used to throw in a amusement park in there when I was a kid. And it's like that's
Daniel,
massive.
That's why, Aaron. It's in the Bay Area. That's why it's in the Bay Area in Cali. Of course, they're charged up the wazoo. I'm not surprised about that.
Yeah,
I am not surprised about that. All right, so we are going to
probably
go
paid $100 for parking too.
We are going to go to our buy, sell, trade. Missed out on it last week because there were so many topics, but we're going to go into the buy, sell, trade, and we're going to talk about Jalen Brunson. And I'm going to ask Danny directly right after I spew some numbers and shit. The 2018 Prism Silver Jalen Brunson number 250 PSA 10 pop 385 has seen a rate of growth of 58.78% over the last year on 108 sales. The average price in this frame was $133. The low being 86, the high being 222, with the current price at 142.89. Jalen Brunson is currently leading the Knicks to a 15-11 record, which is good enough for the 5th seed as of now in the Eastern Conference as of this podcast. He is currently averaging 25.6 points a game on 47.5% shooting, 46% from the three, while having 3.9 rebounds a game, 5.7 assists, and 1.2 steals. Danny, what do we think about your boy?
First of all, it's Jalen Brunson. You know, he's him.
Brun's him? Okay.
Brunson. So, first of all. Second of all, those numbers. Listen, what did you say he's averaging? He's averaging 25?
25.6 a game on 47.5 from the field and 46 from three.
Efficient.
To say the least.
Efficient.
So are you buying Jalen Brunson? You selling him or you holding him?
Listen.
As a Knicks fan, what are you doing personally?
Median price is about 140 right now.
I'm leaning. I don't know. That's tough because Jalen.
Do you have faith in your Knicks?
It is tough.
Do you have faith in your Knicks to push?
You do realize that if he goes
into
the playoffs, they go deep in the playoffs. That $142 is going to be a steal. That's going to be like a $400, $500 card possibly for the PSA 10 silver.
Listen, if they go far in the playoffs, yeah, 100%.
But we're not talking about foreign players. We're talking about right
he does
now.
have
Are you buying or something? What are you? Would you buy him right now?
Yeah,
if someone present, you're buying him right now. Okay,
100%. Yeah.
Honestly, for me too, $130, $140, I'd buy.
Yeah, I would be that guy that probably would be like, all right, cool. Let me see if I can sniff out a deal right now, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of movement right now in the season, right? You saw the 50% jump because he just came out the gate like a gangbuster, right? You'll see that.
That was over the last year, by the way. So last year does also equate for the
bigger market too. You know,
from Dallas signing all that shit.
Moving from Dallas to the Knicks, man. You got a much bigger market team. That's probably good for say 30% of that, right? The price increase, right? It's just the fact that he's in a bigger market, and then the other 20% is based on performance, bro. So
Maxey's another one that's going crazy too, but we already talked about him. Maxey's also.
You know what ticked me off the other day? So I was watching.
Sal is saying he would sell right now. But that's coming from a Celtics fan. So
listen, I'm 50-50. His hype is there right now. You know, like. I don't know.
I can see it going higher. That's me though.
Yeah, I see it going high. Don't get me wrong, but I could also lean the other way.
But at the same time, it's Rob's out for the season. You guys probably gonna have to trade for like a center or something. I don't know.
That's a huge.
That's definitely a huge
loss.
Yeah, I don't.
But listen, Isaiah Hartenstein, man got career high 17 boards, yo. Good for him, man. Good for him. And we got Taj Gibson back. The Taj Mahal. Come on, man.
Daniel Lucky said hold until postseason and dump it. Yep, that's exactly how I'm feeling about
that would be me, right?
That's exactly.
I like I said, worst case scenario, you're losing 20%, right? You pay $150 and you sell the card later for $110, $120. I don't think you're gonna get hurt, unless he really gets hurt. But Daniel has a point too. He does get really hot when it comes close to the end of the season too. So I like it. I probably would try to sniff out some deals, try to get something close to maybe the $100, $110, $120 mark. And then I would probably try to sit on it. If you're a Knicks fan and you feel like this is your Knicks year to get deep into the playoffs, or at least even make a first or second round run, like I think you'll see enough hype come playoff time that you'll be able to push the price up to, make a few bucks. I don't think you're retiring on, a Jalen Brunson collection, but and you got to look at it too. You ain't going out and buying this box. You ain't buying a box of 2018-19 Prism. It costs too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he said, hold it till postseason, dump it. He said he gets hot at the end of the year and make that push at the end of so that card makes good coin. I agree. So the next one we're going to be talking about is another basketball player. We're going to be talking about Ja Wick, Ja Morant. His Prism Silver 249 PSA 10 pop 1,584 over the last 6 months, and this is very surprising to me, has actually gone up 8% amid all the controversy off the court. There has been 81 sales over this time frame. The average price is about $496.51, the low being $396, the high at $610, the current price is at $535. This is and the highest price over the 2 years. I'm only referring to this because Ja Morant is what we like to refer to here as a COVID baby, was $2,000, which, I don't know if we're going to see that price again anytime soon unless he wins like a championship. On Monday, he actually led them from a come-behind win, which after that 25-game suspension, and it looked like he didn't even miss a beat. He dropped 34 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block with that insane game winner. As of this podcast, actually right now, they're playing the Pacers, and I got the box score pulled up. He, from what I see here on Google, 6 points, 2 assists in 7 minutes. So it looks like he's the game's only, I think, the game's only in the first quarter, 4 minutes left. So yeah, he's probably have another big game. But as of this podcast, they are 7-19. So if they make a nice little playoff push and he could turn it around, I could definitely see a little bit of value there. Nothing too crazy. Ja Morant's probably more of a long-term hold, but with Ja Morant, you really have to be buyer beware after the 2 off-the-court instances. You would like to think that he is going to be turning it around, but he's not. He's innocent. He's guilty until proven innocent, or whatever you want to say. It's just him. I like Ja. Don't get me wrong. Ja's actually lost me a lot of money betting. I don't bet on Ja Morant anymore. I refuse to. He's on my do not bet list. But Ja's a player. I love watching Ja. He's just electric.
I don't mind watching the man play. But again, I think between him and the timing in this hobby, right? Between him and Zion and
Zion's contract's not even guaranteed anymore because he played 29 games in their last season. That's the craziest shit.
Yeah. So I literally watched it with my own eyes, watched Ja and Zion almost completely and utterly destroy the entire basketball card market, man. Because this, again, the COVID baby, bro. Not Topps, but Panini and all them realized, wow, like there's such a market for these guys. Let's go out and put what they call it, freaking Hoops premium stock. And they just pounded this stuff.
Oh my God, Hoops premium stock. Holy shit.
Bro,
I forgot about those.
And there was so much of them and nobody could get enough of them, bro. I remember I was doing 3 to 4 retail basketball breaks a day when we started because we were literally charging half the break between between Ja and Zion. Like the rest of the break teams were like $8, $10, $12, and these guys are like $50, $100. People paying it all day long. And again, these guys, the value was so high and then so low and then back up again and then so low that so many people completely lost their ass on these guys that you see the repercussions in people chasing after that. It kind of simmered down when we got LaMelo, and then that was like the icing on the cake.
Oh no, LaMelo was crazy shit too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was trying to get LaMelo's too.
He was full blown the middle of COVID. Like he was the one everybody wanted. And as you said about some of the players that we've talked about, he's really mid, right? Like Ja, electric guy to watch. Zion, when he's healthy, another great player to watch, bro. But you lose so much faith in them as a player between Ja Morant's off-court stuff and Zion's eating habits. Like,
Zion got more than eating habits. You know what I mean? Zion, Zion likes that OF. Zion likes the OF. I ain't gonna lie. Zion's a freak of leaky. Zion's nuts, bro.
So, like you said, with these off-court presences, bro, you could lose your ass. You could invest all this money expecting Ja in 10 years to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but you're on such small market teams, right? Like there's
So-
not a
yeah.
lot of Memphis
Sal's
fans.
comment had me dying. He just wrote, "We were breaking past 1 in the morning then." Hey, yeah, Chris didn't have another kid then too.
Bro, we were
That was a crazy ass
Sal,
time.
50 to 60 breaks a week, bro. That was right before you came in, bro. We got more leveled out, more much bigger breaks, bro. But when when we started off and we were doing retail, bro, it was mind-boggling the amount of breaks we were pushing out between Whatnot, Facebook, Drip, all of this, bro. We were pounding them out. Danish man almost hung himself. He was like,
I got blisters on my fingers.
Todd said I used to be able to dunk. Them days are now over.
Yeah.
Why, Todd? How tall are you, bud? How tall are you? You used to be able to dunk. Danny's 6'3", and he can't even dunk. That's why I'm curious how tall you
A
are.
little bit.
Pushing that.
Dude is 6'3", can't even dunk a goddamn basketball. It's just a waste of height there, bro.
Yeah. So I'm out on Ja, bro. I'm good. If I had some stuff from before, or you bought during like the original, like is he ever gonna play
Dan was
again?
pissed.
Like you can make some money. He got froze like that.
Oh, Danny's frozen?
Yeah.
You know what? Danny's frozen. I'm
Because
not
he
mad.
goes
I don't
on his
mind.
phone.
Oh, yeah,
But,
Todd said he's 6'2". Yeah, dude, someone shorter than you could dunk, and you can't. How's that make you feel?
No, I think he said he's 62 inches, which is that's 5'2".
No, it's no
I know
way.
what he means. I know what he means.
So I used to receive boxes, not bags for Danish. We'll send you a box. We'll send you just a box just for nostalgia's sake there. So
But yeah,
Another
I'm out
one-
on Ja.
yeah.
Love watching him play, but I'm out on buying Ja, bro. I'm good. We missed the boat on that one.
yeah, another one that I'm going to be talking about right now. We're going to football. This is going to be a very interesting one because we don't even know if this dude's quarterback is going to be on the team next year and if he's even going to be healthy. Justin Jefferson, his 2020 number 398 Silver Prism PSA 10 Pop 117 has seen a growth of 36.36% in the last 6 months over 12 sales. The average price of it being $525.90, the low being $411.99, the high being $655, and the current's around $600. Justin Jefferson was on a tear before he got injured. Before he was injured in week 5, he had 33 receptions for 543 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he was killing it. Definitely. I have my fantasy team. He wasn't getting a lot of touchdowns, but he was like getting mad close to touchdowns. The Vikings weren't that good, and then they just started turning it around right when he got injured, which sucks for them because honestly, that team looks like they're going to be pretty decent. Justin Jefferson, it's pretty. I'm not gonna lie, for a wide receiver, that's pretty high for a skill position. Skill position players typically don't go for that high. So I mean, if you're for what this price is right now, if you could get one like around $300, some nice little low to mid end Jefferson. If you can get a good deal on it, I would say do it. But like I said, who's going to be throwing him the ball next year if Kirk's not back?
You don't think he'll be back? I think Kirk's coming back one more season, bro. You ain't gonna let it go out like that.
But is Kirk going to be good?
Look at my Browns, bro. Like, do we
The
really need a
NFL is
good
ruthless,
quarterback?
bro. The NFL is ruthless. The Colts literally dropped Peyton Manning after the whole entire next year. The NFL is ruthless. He might not be back.
Nah, I think they'll bring him back, bro. Minnesota's kind of like one of those teams that likes to stick with people, bro. I don't think they'll let him go. I think they'll keep him. I think they know that they need somebody that can throw the ball like that to Justin Jefferson. So yeah, like you said, I think the price is a
Sal
bit high
said
on
we need to
him.
load up on Puka. I don't hate that. I do not hate loading up on
I don't
Puka.
hate that at all. I love
Don't
Puka,
hate that at all.
So I I think the market's a little high on this. He would be somebody that you got to buy probably in the off season, right? Vikings chances of making the playoffs. Meh.
Dan said, "How dare you bring your Browns into this?"
I bring my Browns into everything. I would probably try to buy, like you said, try to find him in the off season for 20-30% off what you're seeing as the median price, right? Play off the injury. Does he come back? Do they have any reason to bring him back? You know what I'm saying? They'll probably bring him back for a couple of games, but does he really, really try to finish out the season? So that could be something that plays in your favor as a buyer. It's like, oh, okay, well, maybe he's not what he was after the injury, right? Because my son's got him in his fantasy team. Traded away good players so that he could have him while he was injured because he was like, oh, I'm going to make a tear for the playoffs, right? And then last week, I think he dropped, what, 4? before he got hurt again. Like,
I traded away Jamar Chase for CeeDee Lamb and DeAndre Swift. And ever since I traded away, CeeDee has been going off for 10 plus catches for 100 yards since that trade.
Like you said, Vikings will get Zach Wilson. Interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot to say shout out to Tom for my Kevon finally came back. My Kevon RPA, one of them, still waiting on my out of 10 PSA.
Gold.
Please grade
Go
that.
Giants, yo. Go Giants.
Go John. All right. So since I'm talking about my team, we're gonna segue not into someone's team, but we're gonna talk about a player that was on a certain somebody's team. Baker Mayfield, baby. We're gonna be talking about
Baker.
Yeah, so we're gonna go straight into Tom after I read off my little blurb that I wrote. It's 2018 select field level silver PSA 10 pop 150 in the last 22 months has seen a growth of an insane 72.17% over 22 sales. The average price during this time has been $69.96, the low being $27.82, with the high being $135. The current price is at $79.20. Baker's been putting up some decent stats during the season. He currently has 3,315 yards throwing the ball with 24 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. He has that on 63.5 completion percentage, which isn't that great. The QBR 54.9, which puts him in the back tier in the middle of the pack. Tom, are you buying Baker Mayfield right now, or are you selling him or holding him?
But Baker and the Bucks, bro, they're making the playoffs, man. Baker is a very volatile player, right, man? I've got some stuff that I bought on the way. Norm, shout out if you're watching the show, bro. Hit me up about that XR RPA.
I told him to.
I'm definitely interested. I know. That man collects and holds everything, bro. I'll probably never be able to pry that out of his dead, cold hands, but I'll try. I love Baker, bro.
I think he could.
I think the Browns would be $240 million richer, and we would be in the exact same spot, if not better, had we not bought effing Deshaun Watson. Just pay Baker a half a bag. You could have got him for probably $100 million and a pack of Newports on a 4-year contract. Like, I'm sorry. Baker is not a bad quarterback, bro. Yes, is he sloppy sometimes? 100%. His commercials did better, says Sal.
His commercials are great. I love his commercials.
Yeah, bro. So Baker is a quarterback. He's very. I like his field awareness, bro. He's solid. Does he make mistakes, bro? Yes. But who was the last quarterback in the NFL this season? Who was the last quarterback to throw his first interception? Baker Mayfield. How many times has Baker Mayfield been over 100 in the passer rating this year? Like 5 or 6 times, bro. How many times has he been under 60? Probably 3 or 4 times. It's like you don't know what you're getting with him all the time, right? But with the offensive line that the Browns have right now and the defense that the Browns have right now, that guy would have been in the exact same spot. He just needed to be a game manager. He needs a team that has pieces, bro. And I like him on the Bucks, man. I didn't really like the whole Rams move, although he did, win a playoff game with them. But
he literally resurged his career for the Rams. He resurged his career.
Bernie Kosar was, Sal, that was my childhood, bro. You're bringing back nostalgia. But I'm in, bro. You're getting select silvers for like $80, bro. Why not? You're taking a hit on a quarterback for under $100 that doesn't totally suck, right? He's not horrible. It's not like going out and buying Sam Darnold Silver Prism right now, where a guy you almost have no faith that's going to be any good. At least Baker, Zach Wilson downtown, graded PSA 9. You know what I'm saying?
So he wants to buy it.
Yeah. So I don't hate it, bro. I'm buying Baker, not only because I'm a diehard Browns fan, but I loved him as a Brown, bro. Like, he took us to our first playoff game in like 8 years, 10 years, and we won one. Like, come on, man. I don't hate the dude. I was sad to see him go, especially for the reason and especially the way that they did that, man, on the way out the door. Like, they tried to ruin that man's career on the way out the door, bro. Like, and he had to fight through it. So I would have been just as pissed off as he was too. But yeah, you're getting something that cheap, under $100, and you're getting a quarterback that's got a solid team, bro. I'm a buyer, bro. I've been looking around. You can snag some stuff because not a lot of people are looking for him right now. You can get them for you could probably snag one of these PSA 10s for 65 bucks.
Todd wrote elf ? Yeah, Tom, what the hell is your mascot? How many mascots do the Browns have?
That's Brownie, bro. Brownie the elf.
So there's an elf, there's a dog, and there's a.
That's it.
I don't even know.
That's it.
You're
Man.
called the Browns. You're not. You should be like the. I don't get it. Your team just makes no. The Browns in total just don't make no goddamn sense to me.
Yeah,
Your team is called the Giants. All they have is
little people.
big ass fucking funds. That's it.
Your quarterback's
You don't have
5'4", and you call him the Giants.
Yo, damn. Oh shit. Oh my
Daniel Jones
God.
like 6'4". That's a giant
my
number one.
God.
I don't think I
man.
honestly don't think a Browns fan could be really talking shit to me right now.
Why not?
We have actually had like playoff success like in the last 20 years.
All right, so you're telling me that if we had Eli Manning at that time, we couldn't have had playoff success?
No, because you're on every goddamn quarterback you have, like Baker.
No, you just needed 2 lucky catches. That's it.
2 lucky catches. Are you saying the second Manningham catch was lucky? You saw the second Super Bowl, the Manningham catch? That is not a lucky catch. That was a perfect dot from Eli Manning. That is an even better throw than the helmet throw. The helmet throw is just a fuck it. I'm tossing it up there. Let's see if David Tyree can catch it. That Mario Manningham pass, that was placed perfectly, and that was an elite throw, man. Come on. Don't do my man Eli like that. Don't do my man Eli like that. Me and you both know that throw to Manningham was elite.
All right. We're done talking about the Giants, just like the Giants are done trying to make the playoffs this year. What's the next topic?
Our next topic is just the top 5, actually.
All right, good. Let's get into that. Browns in the Super Bowl.
All right. So at number 5 for our top 5, we have the Tyreek Hill stained glass. This was an absolutely sick card. One of the case hits out of the mosaic. I think Chris pulled this one, and Chris had like 3 or 4 case hits out of the mosaic blasters. We actually have more of those in stock. Drop
mosaic
those
blaster case, man. Those are fire, bro. If you want a cheap break before Christmas and before Prism, bro, we're gonna be rocking these blaster cases out, bro. Sealed case hits.
Yeah, no, for sure.
CK, I think, had 3. I pulled 5. So yeah.
Now it's the other way around. He had 3. You had 3. He had 5. Don't describe my man CK right now.
Nah, bro. I had 2 Jennies, 2 honeycombs, and a razzle dazzle. He had
this. Right.
Yeah, I had 5. He had 3 bigger case hits. I had 5 total case hits. Okay. I didn't get a stained glass. I got the razzle dazzle, but hands down.
The next one's the other one. The number 4 is another CK case hit. Bryce Young kaleidoscope. Whatever you think of Bryce Young, it's a case hit for a rookie quarterback. That's still just straight nasty, straight sickness. The kaleidoscopes are cool. I like them.
Same case.
Same exact case. Daniel Logan said, I pulled a mosaic. Anthony Richardson today from a blaster pack. Nice. Wait, micro mosaic or just like a regular mosaic? And then at number 3, the top 3 are all from our Card Breakers Hit Parade Lights, the series we just ran. Number 3 is the Josh Allen Panini 1 out of 5 auto on card. Straight sickness. Josh Allen's been starting to turn it up a little bit. They might be looking like a team that could be nice in the playoffs.
Oh, the NFL wants the Bills into the Super Bowl, bro. We're deep. So the cool thing about this one too, I found while researching.
Damn, you got stained glass. Nice, Daniel.
Yeah. So researching this, so this actually was another one of those Panini ones. This was actually a 2019 Panini one, but it was put into a 2020. It was their look backs. So that's why this card's even rarer than originally. So this was actually out of 2020 Panini 1, but it's a 2019 card on the back. So I was doing that. Shout out to Mike, man. Solid hit, bro. We got that one on its way into grading as well, too, for my man. But yeah.
At number 2 for Case Hit McKenzie. Not even Case, just Hit Parade Frenzy McKenzie. The Jalen Hurts absolute RPA out of 50. This is a sick card nonetheless. You know, any RPA Jalen Hurts, you're gonna want it. Not me. I'm a Giants fan. I stand 10 toes down. I don't want this goddamn card in my collection. But you know, if you're not a biased asshole like me, this is a nice card to have in your collection. So, but then at number 1, this was my personal favorite, the rated rookie Lamar Jackson PSA 10 teal velocity. I just love the rated rookies. I especially love the 2018 ones. Like these are like 2017, 2018, 2019. I love how these rated rookies look. It brings like a little bit of like a nostalgia fact for me almost. I've always liked the design of these cards, and this is just a sick one. This is arguably, in my opinion, I think he should be the MVP, but he's second right now to Brock Purdy, which I get it. Brock Purdy's not even the most valuable player on his team, but you know.
Yeah, the Danish brought a crazy stat to me the other day where he's second in passing yards, but 32nd in pass attempts.
Who?
Like Purdy. Second in total yards, 32nd in pass attempts. That just shows you how explosive that team is, bro.
Christian McCaffrey should deserve MVP over him. It's just my personal opinion. But they'll never give it to a running back.
Tuss, I always say Ravens and random. You really do. You always do hit the Ravens and the random.
Yeah, man, you hit a nice one too. I think you hit it. I don't know if it was a Lamar Jackson. You hit a big. Oh, you hit a nice Zay Flowers in the last in Series 9, I think.
No, didn't Todd hit the case hit Lamar the last time?
Maybe in 10, I can't remember. I know he hit a nice one.
It was out of 5 green. I thought Todd hit that.
That's right. Yes.
That's what it was. All right, so we're gonna go to our picks of the week, and then we're gonna head off so we can watch some football, do whatever, keep dropping you guys some fire. So my pick of the week, I like the Titans over the Seahawks.
I don't hate it.
Don't pick the Giants. Don't pick the Giants.
Yeah, 3.5-point dogs at home, Tristan. I'll back you up on that, bro. I'll back you up on that. What do I like? Let me get some underdogs here. I
Massachusetts need Henry to score 3 touchdowns. Yeah, Henry's the reason why. One of the reasons why I'm out of my fantasy playoffs right now. Him and Jalen, that was rough.
No, I'll take this one. Colts over the Falcons, bro. 2.5-point dogs on the road. Colts over the Falcons. That's my pick.
That seems like a trap game to me, but I get it.
It does. Let me see what the percentage of betting is. 22% of Atlanta, 78% on Indiana. Yeah, you're right. It's a trap.
Danny, who are you choosing?
God
damn, you guys need to be prepared for your picks.
Yeah, I know.
So you don't do this every week.
I do it every week, but I have a logical answer. You know, I have a logical reason for picking this team. We're underdogs. We're only underdogs because the Dolphins are playing at home. You know, that is literally the only reason. And having said that, I got it.
You're rolling with your boys as an underdog?
I gotta go. I think we're gonna bounce back.
Yeah, good luck. Tyreek Hill's gonna murder you.
Yeah, I could see that happening, but Dakota is upset. So let's see how we let's see how he bounces back from last week.
Goddamn F1.
Rain Dakota.
All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up episode 13 of Beyond the Breaks. Definitely a fun, action-packed episode. If you guys are watching on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, join the group. Even if you don't want to join the group, take a look on the website, man. All those links, like the Facebook, the group, the Facebook, our website, and all that stuff. We still have the websites loaded up on the breaks. Even if you don't want to join up, we still do all the breaks on YouTube. So if you guys want to join on the fun, just let us know. And if you're coming from YouTube from the podcast, just let us know. Just hit us up in the DMs. We'll hook you up.
Awesome, Nation, man. Thanks for guys for tuning in, man. We'll see you next week.
We'll see.
Later, y'all.